plugged in to Acute Mania Live. From Shenstown, West Virginia, here's your host, Scott Arnold.
I'm back. Closing in on 350. Welcome to Acute Mania Live. Tom!
All right, Scott.
How are you?
Very well. How are you?
I'm pretty well, given the recent diagnosis and
Yeah.
Just how the day went today, I'm good.
Yeah.
Good. The sun is shining. It's hotter than hell outside.
That's nice. It's the same here, really. It's pretty
The sun's shining?
It's not anymore, but it was shining today. And raining though as well. So
I keep track of the weather over there sometimes. And it's up on I have a weather thing on my desktop here, and I put Bromley in there just to see what the weather's like, at different times. And it looks like, a few weeks ago it was downright hot. Was that?
Oh, yeah, it was. It was kind of, I don't know, I can never remember in Fahrenheit. It's about, I reckon it must be 80 or something.
It was like 87 or something, and that's usually what we do here.
Yeah. So, it's pretty warm. And it's, I don't know, London in general sometimes suffers a bit in the heat because it's not really built for it. I mean, no one's got air conditioning in their homes or anything like that.
Really?
Yeah. No, my dad does. He's about the only person I know that does. But no, it's not common. To be fair, it's not really needed. There's not that many weeks that it's that hot.
Yeah. So what do you do for relief? Is there like community pools? Or the neighbors?
Yeah, I guess so. Spray the neighbors with a hose.
Yeah, get the hose out.
Yeah. No, we just suffer it and moan about it.
Yeah. Well, you can't really. I mean, I guess you could swim it. Is it the Thames that runs through London?
Thames. Yeah. No, I wouldn't swim in the Thames.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Is it dirty? Is it like brown?
Well, it's a working river, so I mean, there might be places. I'm sure there are places, maybe in kind of in the sort of west side of London where you
are there lakes? I mean, I'm sure there's.
Yeah. I mean, there's central London lakes. You can swim in the what's it called? The Serpentine, which is a big lake in the middle of Hyde Park.
Okay. Have you done that?
I haven't, no. But it's free water swimming, and you can.
Are you much of a swimmer? You not swim?
Really? No, I can swim. I enjoy swimming, but I don't really. Yeah, it's not really.
Well, you got to get out there and swim. It's not. No, it's cold the rest of the year, so you might as well get out there and get at it.
Yeah.
I was at the. We have a cabin. There's a lake about. For me, it's about 20 minutes, and we've had a cabin there for. Probably since 1950. My grandfather built it, and we've added on to it. But we have a boat, and there's a lake and stuff. And I was there on Saturday, and the tops of my knees got burnt.
Yeah,
but the rest of me, I'm fine because I'm dark anyway. So,
so
I burned once, and then I go without sunscreen, and I'm good.
Cool.
Probably not good for my skin, but whatever.
No, well,
it's fine. I want to show this poster on the thing here. It was in a tube. It showed up in a tube, but there's 12 of them, so it's kind of curled up still. But this is it looks the same as the thing I've been posting.
Yeah.
So, oops. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what you want.
Yeah.
So, do you know how many people are coming? Because I mean, it's a free show. So
hopefully it's sold out, but there's no cover, so there's not really any sold out. I think the capacity is it's 425. I think is what they said. So no, Dale J. Gordon. He's this one that says Dale J. Gordon. Yeah. He was the very first guest back in 2020, and of course he's coming. His the guy that does his posters and his T-shirts and stuff designed that poster. So I just gave him some logos and some names and stuff, and he came up with a couple. We had to tweak it a little bit. It was more. It looked a little bit disco-y when he first sent it to me, and I was like, that's not going to work. But then I think he did a great job. Tony Goggles. Good. His name's Tony Goggles. I don't think
Tony
that's
Goggles.
I don't know if that's his real name. Maybe he loves to swim.
Maybe it could be.
I mean, it might be his
Anthony Goggles.
Yeah, Anthony Goggles. Yes, Anthony. Anthony Googles.
Yeah, Google. Maybe that's it. Maybe he's Google. Maybe maybe it's Google.
He might be.
Maybe it's pronounced Googles.
I don't know.
Spelled goggles.
Yes. Well, what's going on? What's going on with you, music wise? It's been a long time since you've been a guest. I didn't go back and look. Probably 100.
So I've got some stuff here. So I'm going to put my glasses on so I can see.
Yeah, put your glasses on.
Yeah. So I was the first. Yeah, the first time I was on your show was April 22nd, 2022.
I did watch that the other day. Some of it, not all of it. Some of it.
It's really. I watched it and I was really close to them. I was like this. I don't know why.
Well, that I'm sure I was. There were some awkward moments for me. Growing up in the show.
That was good. I mean, that was the start of it. Then I've also got a list of people I have been on the show with you.
Oh, so, really? Did you count how many times you've co-hosted? Because I think Harmon's got the record. Harmon's got 14 that I've counted. 14.
All right, hang on.
So at times as a guest co-host, yeah.
Yeah. So we've got Voci, that was the most recent one from Prague.
Yep.
Flanger from Berlin.
They were awesome. Them? Yes.
They were cool. My favorite Nemesis.
Mm-hmm.
Deviant Cause.
Who's that?
I don't know.
Weirdo name.
Yeah. Mind Pilot.
Mm-hmm.
Remember him? Andrus from Peckham.
He's got some new stuff coming out too. I'm going to try to get him back. Break
Me Down, Laerty. Where's that?
Italy.
Yeah, yep. Italy.
Mm-hmm.
Sales of Serenity, Turkey via Amsterdam. He's in Amsterdam.
Yeah. We checked both of them off.
Yeah.
We checked both of them off for that show.
Arriving Home from Dusseldorf. Do you remember them?
Yes. They do want to come back too. They expressed interest a week after they were on too.
With the cartwheeling.
The cartwheels, yeah. Just because they didn't understand what I was talking about, but they knew right away.
I don't think it translated well. Eternal Daydream with Lucas.
Mm-hmm. You were on that one twice, weren't you? Were you on that first time?
I think I was on one with him, and then he came on as a kind of co-host for something else, and I can't remember what that was.
Yeah, I tagged him into that clip that I posted, but I don't think he's seen it. I don't know what's up with him. But
one of the Guns for Frogs.
Yeah. They got some new stuff coming out too.
Werewolves, which is AJ.
Oh yeah. That was a last minute thing too. Remember?
Yeah. Confessions of a Traitor.
Yep. Those guys are great.
Settlement.
That was a while ago, man.
That was the first one I did, and one that I can't find actually on the thing is because our house is haunted. Do you remember? They were like,
the reason our house is haunted.
The reason our house is haunted.
Is it not up there? Should be.
Couldn't find it. It could be, but that would make it 14. If that's. Well,
then you're tied with Harmon.
Yeah.
That's what I counted, and once I went through and counted his, I wasn't going to go back and count everybody. Because I'm going to have to go count Bo because he's done it a bunch of times, and Tracy's done it a bunch of times. Let me see if I can.
And obviously, I've done the Christmas thing with you as well. I can't remember. I think
that's. I don't know if that counts because that's not really co-hosting.
That's
what is it? What do they call it? Not really variety. What do they call it? What's I guess it would be variety. Variety. I know it's on here, but it was way back though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not way back.
Maybe it's one of those ones that sort of was.
It was right after To Bloom was on the first time because Kevin at the time was playing guitar for.
Yeah.
Now they have a new one out called Daughters. To Bloom does. It is fantastic. It's a great song they came out with. They always send me their stuff before it releases, which is awesome. I love that. I don't want to sit here and do this, but I'm worried. Okay, there's To Bloom. Now it should be right after that. That would be awful if they're not on there the whole time. Maybe that's why they don't get back to me ever.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know how it wouldn't be on there though, because it's not like they don't go anywhere.
It should just stay on there. Yeah. I don't know.
I wonder if I'm going to have to do some research because I don't see it either. That's disappointing.
I'm sure you'll find it. So it'll be somewhere.
I'm gonna search on YouTube them and then put my name behind it and see what happens. Wait, is it the reasons or reason?
I thought it was maybe it's the reason. I followed them on Spotify at one point. I can't remember.
I'm not sure. I don't know what they're doing right now. I haven't. Reason our house is haunted. Not 8. No. There we go. Okay, let's see what happens here with this search. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, it's a mystery.
All right.
Well, maybe it didn't
exist. There it is.
Oh, you've got it.
3 years ago. Well, yeah, after I searched it. 3 years ago, June 30th of 22.
Oh.
But I don't see it on my list either. So I'm going to have to. Yeah, and you're on there.
Yeah.
Damn it. Well, maybe if I put it up there and tell them that I goofed 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm sorry it took 3 years, but it's finally up. That's strange though, because I don't unless there was a of course there's no copyrights on YouTube. You know, it's covered. That's why I do it on here.
Yeah,
so it wouldn't be blocked or anything. I don't know. I'll get to the bottom of it though.
Yeah.
Somebody unsubscribed today because I was 686 when I looked earlier. Now I'm back to 685. What's wrong with you people?
I mean, why?
Well, I mean, just turn your notifications off. Just the number's good for me. That's it. I need it. Idiots, you know what I mean?
But yeah, that's quite a lot of
So you're at 14, and so is Harmon. So
yeah,
somebody's going to have to step up, and there can't be a tie. There has to be a winner.
Yeah.
But I haven't counted Bo yet. I don't think he's done it that many times, or Tracy. I think it's you and Harmon have done it the most, which I'm grateful for. So thank you both.
That's all right. You're more than welcome. I always enjoy it. I mean, and the amount of people looking at the back of that list is it's interesting how many people kind of I've met, I guess.
I think you definitely go back farther than he does. I think I think you do. No, I'm going back through this is killing me though. Like that's not supposed to happen, you know? Like everybody's featured. I don't know. Well, tell me what's going on with the band. I know you acquired members and you guys are doing things now. And I didn't get to listen to the ones you sent me yet, but I will.
That's all right.
Tell me how that's going. And I know you inquired to me about a female singer at one point. Did that ever happen?
It did, yeah. So, just going back to sort of really how this all happened.
Sure.
In 2023 was kind of when I decided I wanted to try and do something with other people. Up to that point, it was still just kind of me.
At a Melvins show, right?
Yeah. Well, it was me and Steve, drummer, Steve Fuller, went to a Melvins show in Brighton.
Okay.
And at that time, kind of on the way down there, it's quite long. It's about an hour's drive. And we were chatting away, and he was talking about he's got these triggers at home on his drums that he could do home recording. And I was like, okay. And I didn't really think about it too much on the way down. But on the way, when we were in there, I was kind of really blown away by how good that band were. And there's only 3 of them. But the sound they were getting in a room, and they'd sold out this place in Brighton, this club called Chalk, and it was just a really good night. It's really kind of, again, see, I know they've been doing it for 40 years, but they're still very DIY in their kind of, way of doing things. And this club wasn't huge. They're not playing kind of, they do play much bigger venues. This was quite a small venue. But me and Steve were both thinking, well, this is sort of something that we both kind of, really would enjoy doing. So on the way back, I just the next day, I just messaged him and asked him if he wanted to sort of send over or I could send him some stuff, which I did. And then had
he heard your stuff before? Had he listened to anything?
Yeah, I think he had kind of listened to a bit online and stuff. And anyway, he kind of sent back a whole load. I sent a whole load of tracks. He sent them all back, and it was really kind of straightforward. That, initially I was thinking this is going to be really difficult, but we had the same plugin. I've got the same plugin that he uses, and he just sends me a MIDI file.
Nice.
And he's got it mapped that I just drag and drop in it, and that's it. It's perfect.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then that I released that EP. So I think there's 5 tracks on that EP, and I released that in the end of 2023 in September. Nice. And that was the best thing I think I'd done for ages. But it kind of
just because you had all that with it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the thing. The thing that's kind of really sort of, again, I suppose it's opening my mind to it a bit more. I mean, always when I started this, it was always kind of, I think it's the same thing as you had with the show, wasn't it? It's kind of like something during the pandemic, kind of getting something out there that's a bit more, because my gigs had kind of dried up. So it was a case of trying to get out there and do something, online.
Yeah.
And initially, I wasn't really 100% convinced whether it would ever be a live act. It might just be a bedroom producer type thing. But after he got involved, I mean, that was kind of, that really sort of taught me to understand that actually, the minute you start sharing it with other people, or the right people anyway, it just gets better.
Right.
And it did. I mean, instantly. You've heard we used to joke about my program drums, how fast the drummer could.
But they're awesome. They're so awesome.
He was an awesome drummer.
Yeah.
But when you've got someone actually playing the kit, it's far better. And Steve's a really inventive drummer. He's got kind of ideas that I just wouldn't have. Yeah. So then moving on from that, I was writing some more stuff, and I was kind of getting excited about doing that. At that time, I wanted to add more people. So
it was just the two of you, first.
Okay. Yeah. And then so Steve kind of suggested because I was looking at other guitar, but I wanted a guitar player really to sort of play. And he suggested Dave, and Dave actually is the guitar player from the Elton John tribute act.
Okay. Now, is that the same Dave from your names? Okay.
No. The Dave from the Dave album, remember, his name was Richard.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
We had
he just called people Dave.
Yeah.
No, this guy's actually called Dave.
Okay.
And so at that point, I was sending stuff to him and Steve, and it was kind of like one of those, those kind of things you do as a kid where you sort of fold bits of paper and you draw a head.
Yeah.
And someone else draws a body. It's kind of like that, but passing the kind of music.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but there again, it really just opened it up yet again, because there was stuff that Dave was doing that I just would never have. I'm nowhere near as good a guitarist as he is, but sort of melodies and stuff that I just wouldn't have really chosen. And it's kind of weird when you sort of get things back, you think, it's really odd. Sounds a lot not how I hear it. But then after a while, you can't hear it any other way.
Yeah, that's right.
How it should be. So that's how it is. Then by that time, that was kind of last year. And that's when I decided, right, there was a few other things kind of went on, and I had a rather large, a bigger birthday, or, a milestone birthday. So,
one of those. Yep.
I was 30, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, so I decided, right, let's try and get in the studio and do something. So convinced them to sort of do it. But at that point, I wanted to play keys, because obviously there's a lot of synth stuff in it, and obviously I've got all the equipment. Mm-hmm. So I've got a friend of mine who has been a friend of mine for 30 years, a guy called Steph, who's playing the bass. And I knew he's a great bass player, but he's been out playing for quite a long time. So he wanted to get into it and do something. So we got in the studio last year, and it sounded great. It sounded brilliant. And that was sort of the way forward. And I was hoping, really, I'd be out gigging by now. But
yeah, you should be. should be on tour. You'd think.
But due to sort of certain things, there's more than often it's just trying to get people in the same room. But the other thing is, there's a few setbacks. We had one evening where Steve was really ill. Actually, ended up he had some sort of food poisoning, and Dave had a flat tire once, and then and then before we're into 2025.
Yeah.
And then so recently changed again, because I got in. I have I don't know if you got it. You have it in the US. You do have it in the US. It's Band Mix.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah. So I've had an advert up there for a long time.
I have
Just sort of
too, and I
saying,
don't really get anything
yeah,
over there. But
anyone interested? Well, occasionally you do. Occasionally you get sort
yeah.
of messy. But I got this this woman sort of basically messaged me via Facebook. Actually, she didn't have an account on Bandmix, but she'd seen the advert. So yeah, I mean, initially I was kind of like, well, you know, okay. And then she was talking about being a vocalist, and initially I hadn't really even thought about adding someone as a vocalist.
Yeah. That was covered.
Yeah, well, yeah, kind of. Oh, well, I was trying to sing, but yeah,
Yeah.
But I'm personally don't think I'm the greatest singer in the world. And
well, nobody thinks that they're
no,
the.
I know. No, I think my issue is that particularly sort of I'm not a trained singer, and I would like to be able to do better than I could. So when she kind of like sort of messaged me, I was like, oh, okay, and that's when I asked you and I asked a few other people. I asked everyone, you know, could you hear it? So and they were like, actually, yeah, look, I could hear it sung by anyone, yeah.
And why not? You know, I think that's what I said.
Absolutely.
You know,
Why not? Why not? And she seemed really keen. So yeah, so she's recently kind of come down and sort of basically come in. Her name's Angie. She's done a lot of singing in the past, and yeah, I mean, it was quite weird. The minute she sort of is bringing someone else in, she's got a good energy. And it's sort of like strangely how like kind of she's quite inventive with it as well, and that's kind of like rubbed off on the others.
Did she know that? Like, did you have set songs that she kind of came in?
Yeah, I mean, I sent her all the stuff, and she kind of listened to it, and I wanted her. I mean, I encouraged her to sort of try and interpret it herself, really.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I don't really want someone just to come and sort of necessarily sort of do what I'm doing. It needs to be something different.
Right.
And at the moment, we're kind of trying to do it sort of so me and her are doing some of the parts and some of the
not like harmonies and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that's something again.
You're not a harmon.
I can barely sing the same line twice.
Now, are you guys able to play any of the older stuff that you had up on SoundCloud? You know, have you incorporated any of that yet?
I haven't really. There's the odd one that weirdly, again, it's.
I want to hear the drummer play Joy. I really do.
Yeah.
That's great.
I'd forgotten that was even up there, to be honest.
That's what I put on the story earlier today.
Yeah. No, I mean, well, strangely, I spoke to Dave actually a few sort of weeks ago. He was talking about stuff that I've got on sort of Spotify and stuff that we could do, but I don't know.
Some of them you could, yeah.
Some of it, yeah, but it has changed so much.
Yeah.
That
if you don't need it, then I wouldn't go back. I guess.
No,
right?
And there's enough songs really at the moment, and obviously I'm still waiting.
So, are you gigging out? Are you getting some?
Yeah, I mean, this is the early days. I mean, the stuff that I sent you, obviously, kind of that's audio that you can have a listen to.
Yeah. You sure you don't want to listen to it on the show? As I can pull it right up.
It's probably not that. But
I can pull it right up.
But that would be kind of. There's a couple of them there. I think the ones I sent you are probably ones that sort of are getting to the point where actually they're pretty much, you know, they were nailed really in the rehearsal room, and that's half the thing. I mean, at the moment, I've got to go with trying to sort of do smaller kind of goals almost, and think about it in more of a kind of holistic way. And one of the things I'm really keen on is just like actually getting a band together that's actually generally wants to be together and do it together. And then, you know, get to a stage where every musician's had it, where you play some music and then, you know, if you get it right and you all look around in the room, you've had that feeling where it all sounds really good.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of thing, that's kind of really what I want that was. Then the next step is to try and translate that onto a stage somewhere.
And you're all pretty much experienced on stage, right? I mean,
yeah, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. I mean, you know, really coming from sort of, you know, all the backgrounds. I mean, both. I mean, Steve definitely. He's had a semi-pro career. He's toured in the US years ago when he was kind of a lot younger. Steph, the bass player, has done countless things. He's done the festival scene over here. I think Angie's done a lot of stuff herself. She's done a lot of music over the years. And Dave, I mean, Dave's been kind of yeah, he's done. I mean, he's done a lot as well. So we're all kind of at the level where it's not our first rodeo, but yeah, it's kind of weird. It's also been really kind of good recently to try and sort of understand that I've actually got probably the best people in
Yeah,
my
and that
room at the moment.
influences that just takes you know takes someone to the next level because
Yeah,
you have all of that around you that like influence around you that's they're adding these parts that you didn't even think that was going to be in the
yeah,
song, in any given song.
yeah.
That's crazy.
And it really does. It really opens up. I know. I mean, it seems kind of a bit sort of airy fairy, but I mean, I'm not. Again, I think as a sort of songwriter or whatever, I feel that I'm not so precious about it that I feel, and if anything, I want it every time I've kind of opened it up to others, it's kind of, in my opinion, got better.
Yeah, yeah, of
And it
course.
doesn't change it completely. I mean, it's obviously there. It's got a structure of
And if it
there.
doesn't get better, fire them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. There you go.
What do you say we listen to one of the songs?
Yeah, yeah,
Just kind of let people hear what you're about. Which one do
yeah.
you want to play? So we got
Let's play.
Delicious Stallions, Rival Factions, any of them really. I have them all anyway. So
Let's play Stallions, because
okay,
that's one that people is kind of like, again, this is how I'll talk a little bit about afterwards, about
sure.
kind of genres and stuff like that. This was a song that I wrote probably beginning of last year, or might have even been kind of the end of 23. And it's generally about kind of grief and stuff like that I experienced a lot in sort of kind of the year before, really. And but it's not just me; it's a whole kind of focus on different sort of things like that. But the actual music itself, I was trying to get something quite minimalist. I think I saw some Rick Rubin interview or something like that where he said something about kind of like, I think it was someone like the Cult or someone, or what was it, a Danzig or someone like that he recorded. And he made sure that they didn't have too many guitars or too many overdubs. It was just kind of, I really
Straightforward.
wanted something really stripped down. And
Yeah.
again, this was the first one I gave to Steve, and the drums
Okay.
on it, immediately, because originally the drums were just very dubby, sort of monotonous kind of
Looping.
kind of loopy. I mean,
Yeah.
they were my own loops, but they
Yeah.
were loops. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and this is where he kind of really stretched out, and it almost takes on a kind of form. The second half of it, coming out of the sort of second bit, it's almost like a drum solo, because
Yeah.
and I really quite like that, the fact that there's no other instrument really kind of taking center stage. But yeah,
Awesome.
cool.
Stallions.
Yeah.
Flamboyant Bone. Check it out. I'm gonna grab a drink too, but I'll be right back.
The silence. Try walking a day in my shoes. I'm prone to violence. If we fight, you're gonna lose. This piece is my burden. You gotta have somewhere to eat. You mock me in this turban. I'll cut you right off of the feet. Through the water, I hear the words. my soul. Get back to you, my only goal. My mind a madman, it's going deeper. You're my everything, my registered keeper. Consumed by memories of things I know. Once it's placed there, the tree will grow. Hear the silence, try walking a day in my shoes. I'm prone to violence. When I fight, you're gonna lose. This list is my burden. You gotta have somewhere to eat. You're mocking me in this turban. I'll cut you right off at the feet.
Yeah. Bebop, bebop.
Yeah.
And that's is that track all you, or is that with the addition of?
That's with Steve as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's all like that. Those drums are like it's a plugin called Addictive Drums 2. I don't know what happened to Addictive Drums 1, but they don't do it anymore. So they do Addictive Drums 2, and it is a great plugin. There's a few of them nowadays. Obviously, you get I think Apple do whatever the Pro Tools one is. I can't remember. They do Stevens. Slate does one. They're all brilliant, and this one's just like it's really easy to kind of he just takes his MIDI file and I just plop it in, and you just choose the kit and off you go. Really
nice. That's easy. Yeah,
really easy.
We no, go ahead. I was going to say something. Go ahead.
Yeah, so that's again, that's it seems like an old song now, but that's kind of again, it's one that's been quite successful in the rehearsal room as well. It's slightly more aggressively played, and yeah, it's been great. I don't know, Angie's been singing it and she sings it brilliantly.
Better than you? That was pretty good.
Well, yes.
Don't sell yourself short. That was pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, there's parts of it. I'm trying to sing the middle bit as well, but yeah, it is good. It just sounds better, I think. And again, it kind of frees me up to just play the synth.
Did you ask the other members if they would like to do this show this evening?
I did, but again, I think everyone's pretty busy.
That's the verdict. That's the verdict. Now they'll be sorry.
They will. Exactly.
Sorry. Well, they can still be acknowledged, I guess, to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Can I go ahead and do some plugging some stuff here?
Of course you can.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Of course, your episode 348 is we're closing in.
Yeah.
350, that's not really the highlight milestone this year. The highlight milestone would be 5 years, right? I'm not going to focus on 350. Is just going to be another show. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I already showed the poster. I was going to say, yeah, I'm doing that 5-year show on August the 2nd. If you're around this area, even if you're not around this area, I'd offered Tom a plane ticket, but he's like, got things to do, like band crap. No, you had family stuff.
Yeah.
But we're going to do it's free. It's a free show at Jacoby's in downtown Clarksburg, just my hometown, just right down the road from here. There's going to be 7 bands? Probably need to count again.
They're all on the
1,
poster.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, 7 bands, including mine. Well, not ours. Me and Rob's band. I don't like saying mine. It's not mine. Let's see if I can list them without the list in front of me.
Yeah.
Amplifiers from Pittsburgh. Dream the Heavy from Pittsburgh. Reign of Z from Pittsburgh. Deviant Cause, which is some stupid band they practice in this room every. All right. Dale J. Gordon, he was on the very first episode on July 27th of 2020. He's coming up from Nashville. Harmon is bringing his band over. He's got a guy playing drums. He's got a guy playing guitar. His wife is playing bass, and he is singing. He doesn't have to do everything.
I've seen they put some rehearsal stuff on this. I've seen. Yeah,
it'll be their cool. first show ever, and they're coming over from Brisbane. He lives in Brisbane, PA now, which is still over in eastern part of the state. So he will be coming over with his band, and Bo McMillian. And you met him on the Christmas show. He'll be playing, and is that all? That's all. Now there was I don't know. Did you ever meet Beverly Trash?
I didn't, but I've seen the shows. This Dale's wife, right?
Dale's wife, yes. At the time, it was Dale's fiance, but yeah, now they're she's going to be emceeing at least the first half of the show.
Okay.
And she's going to wear a trash bag.
Right. Okay. Right. Beverly Trash.
So that's what we're going to do there. So I sent her a thing, just to, some things to say if she needed something to say. But then I think I was going to get like TK from Dream the Heavy to do the rest of it, but his band's performing, and so I think I'll just do the it'd just be after our band, and be 3 more bands, and I'll just do it afterwards.
I think people are going to expect to see you on stage doing it at some point.
I know. I kind of want you to send me some hats to wear.
Yeah,
like the cock hat. I need the big cock hat, the one that I need that.
Yeah.
For sure. Hey, look at that cock over there.
I think it'll be great, Scott. The thing is, you've got to. This is just going through the list that I've been on.
I found one that you missed while we were listening to the song real quick.
All right.
I Am Your God. Remember them?
I have got that.
So you did beat Harmon. You did beat Harmon. And I put The Reason Our House Is Haunted on the playlist, so it's up there.
I'm going to write that down because I thought I had that. Now, weirdly, I've got a one of my songs on that EP that I did with Steve, which it's called "Slim in All the Wrong Places."
Right? Yeah. Great title.
And I think we've done that show with them, and they're the guys from Santa Claus.
Yeah, Santa Claus, Finland.
Yeah,
way up in northern.
And I remember saying to him about the whole thing about kind of is that do you shout the band's name at the crowd? And it sort of tickled me so much. There's one of my songs that's on that album called "Regret," which is actually it's a silly song really, but there's a bit in it at the end where I actually shout. You can't really hear it because it's time stretched, but I'm shouting, "I am your God."
Oh, seriously?
A tribute to them, yeah.
Oh, nice. They're doing pretty well too.
They've done pretty well. Yeah, they were on tour with Evil Scarecrow. Have you heard of them?
No, but that's true. I need to get them on.
They're a bit of a joke band, really, but they're a kind of strange metal.
I'm a joke podcast, so whatever.
they'd probably love to come on the show.
It'd be fun, yeah.
But yeah, I Am Your God were touring with them in the UK at one point. I think, I mean, they even though they're a joke band, they play some pretty, they still play pretty big shows.
Well, if they play good enough to tour,
Yeah.
No, that's one like big thing I get from doing this is just seeing, I mean, some bands that I've had on are already established or they're already doing things, but some are just doing it for fun or something. Like a good example would be No Horizon from Utah that I had on. I had them on again recently. When I had them on the first time, it was just two guys, like two friends, just played music for fun, but their stuff was just solid. And when they came on again, they brought two guys with them to complete the lineup, and now they're doing their first show. I think it's at the end of July. I bought it since I can't go to Utah. I could have gone to Utah if I wouldn't have had all this stuff going on this summer. I would have tried to go, but I went ahead and bought a ticket and had them sign it, and they sent it.
Wow, cool! That's
so. I sent them a little bit more than the ticket was worth, but
but you know what? That's
But that's their first show ever, and like, damn it, they're good.
Yeah. No, well, this is the thing. I think that's the thing. There are people that you've had on that have actually kind of, become sort of, international and done certain things and
maybe just gave them a boost of something, just by being on here, I don't know.
Yeah, even though, I mean, it's still good. It's a great show for its grassroots show, right? You know what I mean? That's the thing. Sort of, and I think people actually just appreciate being able to get on and talk about what they're doing, because the outlet of, even if you're going out and sort of gigging and sort of getting kind of feedback off people in a show, that's great. But actually be able to sit down and talk about what you're doing and what sometimes, what the songs are about, what they're kind of out.
They love talking about that too. And I love hearing about it because, I listen to the songs and I'll kind of get an idea of what it's about.
Yeah, you're not always going to get it. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it.
But there's two bands. I didn't want to really do anything special on the anniversary. With the concert's on August the 2nd, so it's after the actual anniversary is July 27th. But I just wanted to have a show, but I kind of wanted to do a little bit something special because it's 5 years, but instead of just like having a crap ton of people on the screen like I do every year, I just figured let's do a 2-band banger again.
Yeah, right.
But let's do it. The only reason I really did that before, I did it with Maintenance and For Lack of a Term, and they're friends and they live in the same area and they tour together and stuff, and we just kind of did that for a fun show, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. But this time I wanted to get two bands that don't know each other,
right? But
they're after the same thing, which is the next level, whatever it is for them.
Yeah.
So I got Arcwave from Fort Collins, Colorado.
Okay.
They're going to be on, and Public Figure from Omaha, Nebraska is going to be on, and Public Figure is doing outrageous. They're doing so good. They posted some kind of festival that I think was in Wisconsin or something. Like, they're traveling all over the place. And they were at this big festival, and they were opening for this. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but it's on their Instagram, and the point of view is from behind the drummer, and it's out to the crowd, and there's just a sea of people, and they're playing, and they, and they weren't doing much, when I had them on, they were just getting started, and that's freaking awesome to see that they're doing that, and they're traveling, they're traveling to, they're getting out of Omaha and going, taking it elsewhere, and Arcwave is not. They're not quite as up to festival level yet, but they got out and they played some shows, and they've sent me video, and it's freaking awesome. Like, I wish I was there. It's so good. And by the way, Arcwave is that the intro that you hear at the beginning, the music behind when it says from that's Arcwave.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So so they're going to be on. So it's going to be a lot of fun. That's at 8:00 on the 27th.
Cool.
It's a Sunday this year. Yeah. Man, my birthday's on a Monday this year.
It's a Sunday. Yes, right.
I don't really care what day my birthday's on anymore. When you become a certain age, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Friday I mean, it's just another year, isn't it? Who cares?
Nobody. The only people that really know about it's Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Yeah, they wish.
I'm never on there, so
exactly. Yeah, me neither.
I have thought about like doing a live stream just to promote the show because that's a good free promotion, especially locally.
What, on Facebook?
On Facebook, yeah, just people I know around here.
Yeah, I don't know. The Facebook sort of live thing, kind of. I thought it sort of died a death, but maybe I'm just not.
It's very like the show started on there, and it was very easy to use at that point. I had it down, but I got on there. I did a show, or not a show, but I just kind of got on. I went live. It was like 1 a.m. Tracy was online, so I hit her up. She was going to bed, and she ended up getting in the chat for a minute. And there was one other person, Trish. She was on there. But it was 1 a.m, and I just got on there just to kind of see what it was, But there's so much. It's like there's so much to look at to distract you from your own live stream. So if you're hosting a live stream, you have to look at all these menus. Yeah, it's stupid. Like I didn't have to look at all that crap before. I couldn't even find the chat. It took me forever to find the chat. I knew Tracy was in there and Trish was in there, but I couldn't find the chat to talk to her.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same on TikTok as well. Because I've seen people do it on TikTok, and they spend half the time going, yeah.
Have you gone live on your TikTok? Are you still doing the TikTok?
I'm not really. I don't really do it anymore. It became a bit kind of. It got a bit crap over here.
I don't like it. I don't like the platform, honestly.
I think it's sort of a friend of mine actually worked for them for ages, and he basically got fired really and he was a creative, and he was kind of like sort of driving what it was all originally about, short form content really.
Yeah.
And then he just kind of got sidelined, and it became really corporate. And now
there's guys on there that will DJ for hours.
Yeah, but I think you can see it though. Like it becomes. I've been on it recently, and it's a lot of adverts, and there's a lot of kind of people just, the things it sort of thinks I'm interested in as well. I'm just not.
The algorithm is messed up. Yeah, it's not. I mean, Instagram's got me down.
Intelligent,
Yeah. Yeah, Instagram is probably the up to this point the best platform I've been on to show me what I want to see.
Yeah, right.
And for the show, I have other accounts now with Deviant Cause and with the music, with the Cute Mania music. But with the Cute Mania Live account, it shows me everything that I want to see. It even shows me like different trap or boom arms for my desk. It shows me things like that. Even though I'm not interested, this one's fine. But it shows me things I want to see. And you get on TikTok or you get on even Facebook. I mean, I think Facebook's more for social anyway. Just socializing.
It's got a
fighting
sort of,
with your friends.
Got a reputation, has it, for being a bit maybe for older people. I think that's the thing.
Well,
most
we're getting there, Tom. We're getting up in that category.
Yeah.
By the way, I'll be 45 next in September. So I'm not afraid to say it. Not afraid to say it.
Be afraid.
I'm going to be afraid when 50 rolls.
Yeah.
But hey, you got to look at it this way. It'll be another 5 years of the show.
Exactly. That's the way.
It'll be the 10-year reunion.
Always look at the bright side. Yeah, you'll still be doing it.
10 years. I'm going to be doing this in a walker at the nursing home. I'm going to be like a pimp. I'll have a top hat and a cane.
Yeah.
Hello, ladies.
That'd be cool. Yeah. I mean, you know what though? Why not? And again, it's something you can.
What else am I going to do? I don't have anything else to go on.
Yeah. Well, again, if this show goes well, sort of for you, I'm sure it will. It's kind of, again, it's another.
This is all I got going for me, Tom.
It's another string to the bow, isn't it?
No, it's fun. I love doing it. It's great. It's great.
It is great. And honestly, I really honestly think, just to say, listing people, just looking at the videos, really, the amount of people that you have spoken to over the years. I mean, even that in itself.
And there's 39 more on Facebook that aren't even on that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go watch those though. By the way, don't worry about watching them. I mean, if you know the person, by all means. But don't watch me. Basically, is what
right. Yeah, well, as I say, that first one I was on, I don't know why I was this close to the camera.
I don't remember you being that. I mean,
yeah, I was really close.
Maybe I was that far away though.
Maybe I was sitting like that. Yeah, I was sitting like this. I think. Maybe
you meant business, damn it.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Who is this? Who is this fool on this stupid show? What's he gonna ask me anyway? That's another thing too. Like I get, it used to be just like foreign bands that would ask me, but now it's like every once in a while it's anybody. Well, what kinds of? Can you send me a list of questions? No,
Yeah.
no, I can't because I have no idea what I'm going to say.
Yeah, yeah.
And I used to have a script, but I never looked at it, so I just quit making it.
Yeah.
It was a waste of time. But if it's somebody from a foreign country and they're only asking me because of their English, like the Thinkers in the Philippines, I'll do that, yes. But if you're in the freaking United States or even in the UK, you don't need a list of questions. I'm not going to give you one.
No, you need the conversation just to kind of flow naturally.
It flows, yeah. It flows. I think it flows.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think I've ever had any awkward silence. I might have early on. I'd have to go back and like really look, but I've never really had like any like. So.
Well, we could do one now. Let's do one now.
Okay. People tuning in like right now when we're doing that. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? I don't hear any music because usually there's music playing when that happens. But, and people suggest that I had that survey for a while. I think I sent it to you.
Yeah.
I did that. I got some great feedback on that, and suggestions for changing things. And I didn't drastically change anything, but just because there was nothing wrong with it. I just wanted some feedback, like what's the perspective on the other side? That's
it's good. It's good to know again, sort of, because I mean that's it. You've got an audience, haven't you? So you need to kind of sort of be able to sort of keep them entertained. And something he does. You need to evolve. To a certain extent. I think most of the time when you're dealing with majority, I know you've had obviously other people, not just musicians on the show, but mainly it's music bands.
Yeah, mainly.
So the same questions are going to be asked, and I think those are questions that are genuinely something that most people that are going to watch would want to know.
Things they need to know,
things like influences, things like when have you played it live, or always trying to sort of ask people kind of things about even stuff about their equipment and stuff sometimes
I've had lots of questions about that. So speaking of equipment, Tom, let's go with equipment on your end.
All right. Well,
I mean, you don't have to run through the band roster or anything.
But, for years I tried to nail getting.
I did notice your pedal board at one point. I was watching something on your Instagram.
Oh yeah, that was on Instagram. I mean, that's quite small, really. As a bass player, I've tried to always like squeeze everything down because
are pedals really needed on the bass, though? I mean, you wouldn't think.
No, not really. And in fact, a lot of the time, I use them like on one or two songs.
Yeah.
They're not really needed.
I mean, I've seen bass players with like massive pedal boards, and I'm like, what?
Some people love it. They like to kind of really sort of form their sound like that. Yeah. I'm not one of them, but I mean, it can add a little bit of color to it sometimes. But not generally. But again, my rig as a bass player, I have an amplifier that's a 112 Hartkey little foldback thing. It's 500 watts. Nice. You can fill most places I'm playing. If not, you can take a lead out to the front of house. Just one bass, maybe a pedal, and the pedal board really the main thing on it is a tuner.
Yeah.
That's the main thing, right? And that's it. So I can kind of, if I really had to, I could probably get on a bus. Now, as a keyboard player, that's kind of almost like the opposite. I have 3 keyboards that I'm playing at in the back.
Do you have one of those desks that they're tiered?
I have a Rowland. I can't remember what it is.
That's almost your last name too.
Yeah, it is. It's a kind of fairly large organ style keyboard with a smaller FM synth on top. So nice. And I've got another one at the side that's like just a digital modeling. It's a Mini Nova. It's one of these things that's kind of like Focusrite or whatever. It's a British company, but they're all really great. I play, I don't really sequence anything with them, so it's all kind of played live. So nice. But I've got that and an amplifier. So it takes up loads of room in the car.
What brand bass do you use?
Fender.
Is that your go-to brand?
Yeah, it's very simple, kind of it's what I started on as a kid. Well, I didn't have a Fender initially. I had a Fender copy in the 80s.
Yeah, I had the Mexican Strat. That red one.
Well, in fact, my P bass is a Mexican P bass.
Yeah,
and it's it's one of the cheaper end ones, but it works every time. There's nothing it never goes wrong.
Yeah,
and that's kind of what I like about it. But I would like to sort of probably. I mean, if I had money to burn, I could quite happily go and spend all sorts of things on.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Synth wise, I could that as well.
I have a question about, since you brought up the tuner thing. Okay. Now this was in the discussion with the person I was telling you about before we went live.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was at practice, because I just brought it up just to get an opinion. Yeah. It wasn't to start an argument, but to him. Anyway. I go to many shows. I go to many live shows, and even the big arena bands do this. If you notice, and maybe people don't even notice it, but I notice it. Usually, not all the time, but usually in between songs, somebody is tuning somebody has a tuner on their pedal board, and somebody is tuning, just not because they might be out of tune, but just to check to see if they're still good. Maybe they thrashed a little bit too much on that last song, or something. That's all I was saying. And his response was, well, I'm always in tune.
Well,
but to his ear. So if somebody else in the band tunes to a tuner, that's true, right?
Yeah.
And he tunes to his ear, somebody's going to be off, or somebody's going to think the other person's off, because. So basically, you're saying you had perfect pitch, or perfect. You know what I mean? That was the argument, and I was like, I wasn't even trying to argue about it. Like, I was just saying, I noticed that. I'm not saying you're out of tune or you're out of tune. I'm just saying, does anybody else notice that? And it turned into, I'm always in tune, and I know that I'm always in tune. I never go out of tune. I'm like, really? Okay. I mean, how do you argue with that? It's perfect. Perfect.
You can't argue with it. You can't argue with it. That's it. I mean, it's a done. I mean, I admire his confidence. That's it. I
mean, it's very risky. It's a risky confidence, is what it is.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But
I mean, like I would. I mean, I'm not saying you have to do it in between every song. I'm not even saying you have to do it. I'm just saying I noticed that, and I think the reason why is because maybe they're just jamming too much on the previous song. They want to make sure that they're still,
still true to, absolutely.
I don't know how you can tune by ear on stage. I don't know how that would happen. That's there's no way that would happen unless you have an in-ear monitor or something. But it's just it was just a stupid argument that wasn't supposed to be. I was just making conversation. We were in the middle of the songs, and I was just like, "Do you guys ever notice?" Excuse me, you know what I mean? My goodness. So I fired him. Anyway. It's my show. I can say whatever I want, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If he's watching, which I highly doubt. The chat room's open, but nobody's chatting. But there are three viewers, and there's been 3 viewers throughout. So
there you go.
The 3 viewers should chat. I'm sure one of them was my mother, because I told her, I said, "Hey, Tom's going to be on." Or my dad, because they watch just about every show anyway. So.
I'd love to meet your parents, Scott, one day.
I don't know. Basically, my dad's just another one of me.
Well, that's okay.
Well, I mean, you've heard his voice. He did the Weenie Man song for like a year and a half.
The Wiener song. It's burned in my memory. So
I need to put that back on the thing, just for fun. I had this one band that said that they would have rather do the Wiener segment than the offstage one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
speaking of the offstage segment, let's
seamless.
See, I've learned just over time. You have to just on to the next thing.
Yeah. Let's go for it.
Well, let's listen to one more song of yours, and then we'll do offstage, and it's your choice, which one you want to listen to.
Okay, let's do Delicious. because again, this is.
I wanted to do rival factions. Maybe we'll do a medley.
If we get time, we can do rival factions, but we'll see. Delicious is basically it's the newest single, which is still not that new.
I love it.
It's still the newest one, and it has both Steve and Dave playing on it. So this is Dave's guitar work, all Dave's guitar work. I play the original riff. There isn't me playing guitar on the record, but he's doing all the solo, which is it's kind of the middle bit's a bit weird, but stick with it. It's
all in the Flamboyant Bone experience.
Exactly.
Speaking of, you can't see.
You got the sticker, brilliant,
and a whole stack of them in the drawer.
Yeah.
Thank you for sending those. I was thoroughly surprised. All right, here is Delicious by Flamboyant Bone, and it's out. You can get this stuff everywhere. Jackie's going to tell us about off stage, even though Tom already knows he's heard it 1,000 times, but I'm going to do it anyway because I always forget. Before I do this song. But let's see, we'll do this one.
Unfiltered, unexpected. We're going off stage next.
She's doing it too fast. I need to get on her about that. It's Delicious.
Hitching a ride to Missouri.
correct me if I'm wrong, but is there a saxophone in there somewhere?
No, but strangely,
It sounds
funny
like
you mention that. That would be my next addition to the band if I could get a sax player.
I'm sure you could find one. There's plenty of them out
Yeah,
there.
because that riff, that
Sounds like it. Yeah.
starts on the fifth of the chord, but it would sound great with a sax kind of part.
Or even a trumpet that's muted would sound brilliant.
Yeah. Some sort of kind of rhythmic brass sort of thing.
I found some terrific questions that I've only used a few of these. Some of them I haven't used at all, and they're music questions, a lot of them. So you'll have fun with these. Cool. You might have heard some of them already, but would you rather? You remember on the Christmas show? I was on that trivia, and that one guy, the one elf was like something about spoons or something. Do you remember that? Something like that.
I do remember. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this question is: would you rather have to replace all your guitar picks with tiny spoons, or all of your drumsticks with inflatable pool noodles?
You know what? I'd like to go for the tiny spoons. I think that would be a great thing. I mean, picks are just like they're boring anyway. I mean, like a whole kind of pack like this for like nothing. But I mean,
then a whole new
spoons.
Yeah,
tiny spoons would be cool. There's a place in London where you can go for a steak, and you get at the end of it, you get these kind of tiny little meat cleavers. But what it is, it's for the kids couldn't get an ice cream as they go out the door with it.
I see.
But it's like a tiny little silver meat cleaver. Yeah, it's great. And that's the thing. Yeah, that could be used a bit.
Okay, I don't think I've asked anybody this one. But would you rather be able to time travel to any musical event in history, but only as a silent observer, or be able to change one small thing about a musical event, but risk altering the timeline?
Big these are.
I can repeat that if that was too much.
I think the first one really, because altering the timeline, you're really kind of screwing with the universe.
So you would rather just go and just listen?
Yeah, just go and enjoy it. I mean,
Yeah, you don't want to screw with it. No, nobody wants to. That's like playing God or something.
Exactly. God knows.
This is always a popular one. Would you rather have perfect pitch but no sense of rhythm, or perfect rhythm with no sense of pitch?
Easy. Perfect rhythm with no sense of pitch.
No, I wouldn't.
And in fact, I'm almost testament to that.
Let's see. All right, here's a good one. Would you rather have the ability to instantly write a perfect song but never be able to perform it live, or have to struggle with songwriting but always give electrifying live performances?
Probably struggle with songwriting and give electrifying. Yeah, I think that's half of it. The performance thing for me has always been that. Even down to when I've kind of when I bought the double bass, for example, I always remember at the time I was sort of learning double bass. I had a teacher who was come teach me actually bass guitar because I'd broken my collarbone.
Oh man, how'd you do that?
That's a really stupid story.
Hey, whatever.
Okay, well, I could tell it. This is.
Yeah, go ahead. I'd like to hear.
Yeah, it was. I was in a what we would call a dad's race. I don't know if you have this.
No, but it sounds interesting.
Okay, so say when you're a kid, did you have sports day at school? Did you have a day where it was kind of a sports? It was kind of mostly athletics,
yeah,
like track and field. But you don't have to be a track and field kind of player or star or anything to be. Everyone does it. Right?
Yeah, we get like a field day kind of deal. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So basically, most kids, even kind of what the preschool is, at the time my son was a preschool kid, he wasn't at school. So there was this kind of club he used to go to, and they had like this kind of sports day where they did kind of games like hoop throwing, they did running races. And at the end, the parents get to race.
Oh, no. What a great idea.
Yeah, it was. It sounded like a great idea. And anyway, I'd had a really good day. I'd be helping out as well during the day. So I've got up to the starting line, and all these guys turn up with Nike trainers on.
Oh, of course. Yeah, they're prepared. Very prepared.
I was obviously in a pair of jeans.
Oh, I was going to say, were you in jeans, Tom? Oh, no.
And so I'd like to say I dived across the finish line and snapped my.
Did you win though? Was it worth it?
I'd barely taken 5 steps.
That would have been like the greatest in the world if you would have broke something as you won.
Yeah, I know that would be.
That would have made it worth it. You know?
Yeah,
but in jeans though.
Yeah, I know.
Did you at least have Did you at least have sneakers on though?
You know what? I don't even remember if I did.
Probably had flip flops on, right?
I might have done. I might have had a pair of
Crocs.
On.
Crocs.
It was a really stupid thing. Since then, I've never taken part.
Was it like a running race? Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I don't know who won. I was too busy.
Well, you were probably in pain at that point. Yeah. Did you have to go by ambulance to the hospital?
No.
That's good.
No, I managed to get there myself, but it was pretty unpleasant. Yeah, I did snap it in half.
Oh, that's. See, I've had 4 shoulder surgeries, but they were arthroscopic, so I didn't have the long recovery time. They didn't have to open up. He goes in with the camera, but he's operated on me 4 times, and I'm convinced that's the last of it.
Yeah. I mean, with a broken clavicle, if it's a fairly clean break, they don't do it. They just put you in a sling anyway.
Yeah, and you just can't do anything with it.
Clean for 8 weeks.
You probably didn't want to move it anyway. That would.
Uncomfortable sleeping and stuff. So.
Oh yeah. That's a good story, I guess. I mean, it would have been better if you would have won. You could tweak the story.
I might change it. Yeah, I'm going to change it. I think that's the thing. So dine out on it a bit, sort of,
and draw it out a little bit farther. Add some more. I don't know.
Tension. Yeah.
Then you can tell it on stage.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a good one. Would you rather be known for one incredibly influential album that no one understands in its time, or have a string of moderately successful but forgettable hits?
Definitely the first one, because I don't think I've never been able to think about sort of doing a hit. I don't think I'd ever. Yeah, I think that would be something that would be. So it's incredibly influential. Some people just they don't understand you at the time. That's what I'm banking on. Yeah. They don't understand what I'm doing now, but later on, somewhere down the line, someone's going to get it.
Somebody will get it, and it'll go viral.
Right.
Okay, would you rather have the ability to hear the true hidden meaning in every song, but never be able to enjoy music casually again, or remain blissfully ignorant of hidden meanings and enjoy music as it is?
Yeah,
that's kind of a tough one, I think.
It is a bit tough, but I think blissfully ignorant in a way, because I think again, a lot of my lyrics are very metaphorical.
Yeah.
So, and I think in that way, it's quite good. Like I can't write literal stuff anyway, because it often doesn't sound very true to form. And I think that might be an age thing. I think if you're a young punk or something, you can kind of tell the establishment to fuck off.
That's true.
An aging kind of hippie like myself, it just sounds a bit, it sounds a bit kind of long in the tooth. So, so I would probably say, and I like that about art in general. You can kind of interpret it, and it should be interpreted from the person who experiences it, really, rather than, But
okay, I'm not going to get into the. Would you rather have to give up creating music for the rest of your life, or give up listening to music for the rest of your life? And I don't know what the answer is to that one either. I mean, I'm glad I don't have to answer these.
I don't know about that one. It'd be difficult, really.
Yeah. Well, if you had to choose one, what would you choose?
I think I suppose I'd give up creating. But I think that would be kind of.
Well, music's too much a part of your life that you can't, and mine that if I couldn't listen to it, what do you do?
Yeah.
It's like, what else?
And then even if it's a kind of one of these sort of catch-22. So if you created it, how would you create it if you weren't listening to it?
That's true, but that's the question. I don't.
Yeah. Yes, maybe again, this is another.
Let's go into a little bit more, not music questions. Well, no, I don't want to do that one. What's the most elaborate excuse you've ever used to get out of doing something? Should we ask your wife? Maybe. I guess it's only an excuse if you've been caught, right? It's not really a.
I guess so. Well, you think maybe kind of letting the cat out of the bag. If you say, I can't really think about it. I'm sure I've kind of.
Or I guess you can tie in this other one. What's the most elaborate lie you've ever told to cover for? It says to cover for a friend, but I guess it could be to cover for anything, even yourself.
I don't know. It's difficult to tell because I'm thinking about it. Sometimes I think you can convince yourself that it's true, can't you? Even if
Yeah,
like
my ex.
You've got to be pretty good. You know, you got to be. You can't. You can't. You've got
What
to
is it? You
make
have to
your
be
own.
cunning. Cunning is the word, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a few times with work old jobs that I had.
Yeah, at the ketchup factory, right? In
Well,
Australia.
it wasn't a ketchup factory. It was a tomato picking.
That's right.
Farm.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
they did make ketchup as well.
That's
Yeah,
fun.
well, funny enough, that job was quite weird though, because you could kind of, I don't know what, you could kind of go when you wanted. It was really odd.
At that
I
job.
remember, yeah, well, if it rained, they used to say, "Oh, yeah, we're not going to pick tomato stakes. It's raining, so you wouldn't go." But sometimes it would rain in the morning, it'd be fine in the afternoon. I don't know whether you wanted us to come in or not.
That's funny. It doesn't rain that much in Australia either, does it?
No, not in that particular part of Queensland in the summer. It doesn't.
Some of it's like dry, like desert-ish.
Yeah,
Isn't
it's
it?
desert at the top. It's not quite
Yeah.
that far north, but it's
It's so funny because I obviously I watch the weather a lot, just everywhere. But it's funny the way when we get like a flash flood. You know what a flash flood is,
yeah.
Yeah. So they call it like a flash flood warning or flash flood watch. When you look at those warnings and stuff, especially in Canada, it's funny in Canada because they word everything completely different. Even in the UK, they do. Like it's funny to me because it's basically they're saying the same thing that we would say, but they say it in such the nicest way possible, And it's like I wish I could give you an example. Next time I see it, I'll screenshot it and send it to you. It's just so funny. Like if you look at the difference in how the U.S. wants to just terrify the crap out of everybody, like severe thunderstorm warning and take cover immediately and all this stuff. But like in Sweden or Turkey, I'll look in Europe and they'll have like a severe thunderstorm warning and like. It's not gonna be that bad, really. You might be good.
But I think to be fair though, I think the US in general, we don't have
terrifying.
things it is terrifying. I mean, if you
we have natural disasters everywhere.
That kind of hurricane season, you're like, I'm glad I don't live there.
There was this. This is like last week or something. My dad said, "Don't worry about going anywhere for right now because it's about to storm." And I didn't. Storms during the day, it doesn't happen very often, but it does. It's usually in the evenings.
Yeah.
Well, I was like, okay. So I looked at the radar and I was like, yeah, you're right. Well, there was a tornado warning one county over from us. We never have tornadoes here because there's so many hills, like it just, they don't last. But I don't even know. I don't know if they even had one, but we've been having more and more of those. Not here, but
right.
We had a lot of wind at the beginning of the summer, and it tore off the front. Like you know what the fascia is on your house.
Yeah.
I tore that off, but it's still off there. But see, in my defense, there was a robin decided to make a nest in there.
Right.
And so I couldn't kick her out. The baby.
No, right.
So she's gone now, and it's time to fix it.
Yeah.
So, all right, we'll do one more. You want to do a raunchy one?
Yeah, go on.
Oh man, sorry, Mom and Dad. I'll do the one that Mark does. Would you rather eat shit that tastes like ice cream, or eat ice cream that tastes like shit?
Yeah, no, these are. I mean, this is kind of sort of like, you're talking about flavor, aren't you, I suppose? I mean, you're thinking, right, ice cream, what is it? Is it cream and sugar?
Well, yeah, it's shit.
Yeah, and tastes like shit. So it's not going to be.
Or it's shit.
It's actually real shit.
Yeah, and there's no hint if you're in public doing this or not either. So
you're just doing it. And
I mean, I know what I would pick, but yeah. But I'm not. I'm not involved in this segment, other than the host of the segment.
I think I could. Yeah, it's a tough one, and there is a theory. Yeah, it is. I think it is a tough one because you got to think about it. Even though it tastes like ice cream, you're eating shit.
Well, no, but see, you have to take it out of that. You can't think of it like that. It's either it's ice cream that tastes like, so it looks like ice cream, but it tastes like shit, or
Yes.
it's like a piece of shit, but it tastes like ice cream. That's what I would pick because I would rather. I mean, public or not, I would rather eat something that tastes good. And I like ice cream, so
yes.
He almost ruined ice cream for me for that question, but
yeah.
still
I
nice.
don't know. I still think I don't know. I think I think you got to kind of you reframe it as the fact that it's maybe it's not necessarily a piece of shit, is it? But it is.
Well, I mean, visually, yes.
Yes.
Visually.
But taste wise, it's delicious.
I feel like I need to ask you the Dick's question, and I think you've heard this one before.
I think I've done this before. Yeah.
Everybody gets this question, so I feel like I have to ask you.
Yeah.
I can't not ask you. Would you rather have dicks for fingers or never taste anything ever again?
Dicks for fingers.
Yeah, everybody picks it. Now, why? The only question that I elaborate on is this one.
I think it would be a talking point at a party.
Like Edward Scissorhands, right?
Yeah.
Edward Scissor Dicks. I don't know. Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of people a lot of people say, why do you use the second part of it as the second part? Well, that's how the question is.
Yeah.
Never be able to taste it. Because it doesn't seem like it would be that bad if you didn't want the dicks. You know?
Yeah. If you could live with the dick.
I've had 20-minute conversations on this one question before. Just on and on and on. Like, especially, if the whole band's on.
Yeah.
I mean, just on and on. Like, well, what if it's this? Well, I don't know. That's the question. The question's the question. There's no what if this and what if that.
Could be. Yeah, I mean, I can understand why it sparks debate.
But it's fun. Lots of fun. Well, Tom, thanks for coming back on as a guest. You need to do this more often. We can't wait another 100 and almost 150 more episodes to do this again.
No.
So
I mean, I'll, happy to come on as a co-host again whenever you need me. Really, I mean,
Saturday or Sunday, whatever the 19th is. Bands is in Germany. Bands is in Germany if you would like to join.
I might. No, I can't. That's I'm gigging now.
Son of a. See, that's why I don't ask you. No, I'm kidding.
I know.
I will hit up. I will hit up.
But congratulations on the 5 years as well.
Thank you very much.
It's a milestone to sort of celebrate, and I mean, I think this show that you're doing is again, a testament to sort of the amount of people that you've touched, kind of, by doing it, really, because people coming down want to sort of take part in it. It's not just kind of, it's not just sort of your own stuff doing it. You've got other people involved, so it just shows how much it's reaches out there.
Yeah, and you're involved. I mean, you're probably more involved than most people. But just you're accessible. Harmon's accessible too. I have his number and can get a hold of him anytime. And you're around.
Yeah.
And I have this small group of people that are there. Even Rob, even that Visible Rob, even though he's invisible.
Yeah.
He's my best friend. He's still here. He's not here tonight, but he's around, and that's what that helps me.
Yeah.
In different ways, and so I appreciate your friendship and for doing this with me.
Pleasure.
You're part of it too. You're part of the growth.
I think but again, I think it sort of helps. I mean, even looking back at what I've done with you, and looking back at that first show, that you got to remember that when you sort of asked me to come on, I was on SoundCloud.
From SoundCloud, yeah.
After that,
same with Harmon. Harmon came from SoundCloud too.
Yeah, that kind of catapulted me to meeting you, and I think on that show, obviously, I met John at that point, and it was him that he had stuff on. I think he had the sort of distributor, and that's when I got into Districted and started getting on other platforms.
Yep.
So it's kind of I think it's sort of it's the encouragement to be able to sort of. And it's nice to be able to sort of have people out there that, you put your hand out on the internet and people sort of go, oh, yeah, actually, I'm quite interested.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, it's interesting to sort of be able to do that. And it's nice. It sort of feels good.
Yeah. Yeah. I enjoy doing it. And I enjoy watching, bands progress.
Yeah.
That's really fun. Well, I guess I can't announce this since we kind of scheduled it. I'm gonna have to look at the date because I can't remember what we scheduled it for. Next, a week from today.
Oh,
I don't know what time yet. 7 o'clock Eastern.
right.
4 Pacific. Rat Silo, another Sode Records band on their roster, and they're terrific. I'll let you hear a little bit of them. They're awesome. Not confirmed because nothing's confirmed until I post it, but we pretty much scheduled last night, and I think it's safe to say that. And Thursday will be Circle the City from I think it's Sarnin in Ontario.
Oh, cool.
Canada. And we rescheduled twice. The first time I wasn't feeling good, and from that that ailment I had, and then they were supposed to be on when was that, Sunday I think, and they had to reschedule because of work and things like that. So we're gonna try again on Thursday at 8 o'clock with Circle the City. They're very good. Check them out if you get a chance. And then whatever the 19th is that Saturday?
It is Saturday, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be with Lost Sanity from Germany. From Germany? Yeah, from Germany.
Yeah.
And I found them through. I had Let's Go Craigo, the guy that does the reaction videos. I had him on as a guest. Yeah. And he was reviewing one of their songs. I was like, this band's awesome. And he kind of linked me up with them, and here we are. They scheduled a long time ago, so it's like I have to scroll back up through my phone to find their picture to post it. But I love that, whatever. And then of course the 5-year anniversary show on July 27th with Arcwave and Public Figure. That'll be a fun show.
Yeah.
And then August 2nd, I'm sure there'll be a crap ton of footage from the concert.
Yeah, I'd look forward to seeing. Yeah, you should definitely
I'll send you everything I have, even unedited, just let you look at it.
Be great. Love to see it.
Lots of cool bands. I'll show the poster again. I got to keep promoting, Tom. I got to keep promoting.
Yeah, plug away.
It's still, it's still in the tube shape. I do have a sideways version of it, but not printed. So just think of this, but sideways.
Yeah.
It came out really well. Sticker Mule does a great job.
Cool.
Did I ever send you a coupon? I think I did, probably, right?
I think so. Yeah. I can't remember who I used.
I have plenty of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I got they must be down in the mailbox because they weren't in the poster tube. So I got special 5-year stickers.
Oh, cool.
Limited, very limited amount of them. I will send you over one.
Thank you.
That's all I got. That's all I got. What do you have? Well, tell people where they can find you and all that stuff. At
the moment, you can still find all the music on Spotify. One of the things got Spotify is there's some good playlists pinned to the thing from each band member, which is interesting.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I know you're not a Spotify user.
Well, I can still get on there. Yeah.
Anyone out there, that's worth a listen, because that's all our collective influences, and I've had a really good time listening to all that. It's been really good fun.
Nice.
So
check that out.
So anywhere like that, Deezer, Apple Music, everything. But hopefully, within next year, maybe get out sort of playing some places. I will let you know that, and I'm getting also think about re-recording everything as well as a kind of as a band
with everybody.
Yeah, and that's something again that I'll be looking. So hopefully again, have something out maybe next year. I don't know.
Nice. Well, I'm glad you're doing it with members
absolutely.
doing it and stuff, and it sucks doing it by yourself. But the only good thing about doing it by yourself is you can do whatever you want.
You can, but then
but then you're limited. You're limited.
You are. Yeah, you are limited. Yeah.
Well, I look forward to hearing anything you got coming out soon, or in the next year, or down the road. I'm sure we'll talk soon. Yeah. Cool. I will be back on. I already got the. Yeah, I do get the letters. Circle the City on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Check it out. They're very good. Very good band. Of course, if you have a little bit of time, I'll chat with you afterwards. I decided to end the show tonight with Bo McMillian. My favorite song that he does called Ivory Tower. It's a very lengthy song. I don't know if we'll listen to the entire thing, but we definitely won on the live stream. But
This is one he does. Does he perform these live solo?
Yeah.
So this is
he'll play. He might play this one on August 2nd.
Yeah.
He'll be there also. I thought he was going to co-host with me tonight, but he had some stuff to do today. Anyway, I will see everybody on Thursday. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe, damn it, because somebody unsubscribed and I need somebody to subscribe just to get back that number back. Tell your grandmother. I don't know. Here's Bo with Ivory Tower. Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it.
What's up? See you soon.
Roses I once smelled. I don't know where, don't know when. Sweet sounds surround, fragrance trapped within. Distance maintained, safe from the lies. Like some used wall, that's where safety lies. Wretched, I'm just remote. This freedom may not mean much, but it keeps me afloat.